The Indianapolis 500, also known as the Indy 500, is an annual motorsport race that began in 1911. Held almost every year since, it is considered one of the most prestigious races in the motorsport calendar. Held at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway in Indiana, the race consists of 200 laps of the 2.5-mile circuit for a total distance of 500 miles, hence the name. In 1960, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway would host the 44th Indy 500. On the 30th of May, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway was gearing up for the main event. 33 cars lined up on the starting grid, with Eddie Sachs in car number 6 on pole position, who had set a track record during qualifying of 146.592 miles per hour. Approximately 200,000 spectators were in attendance on the day, both in the grandstands and in the infield. A common practice at the time was the erection of scaffolds on the infields as makeshift viewing platforms, either for personal use or to hire out. The latter was the case for a stand built by Wilbur Shortridge Jr. Set up in the northeast corner, his scaffold was about 30 feet tall, made from lightweight metal pipe and wooden boards. On this day, he had charged around 130 fans $5 to $10 for a spot on the platform. The day was proceeding normally until the parade lap. As the race cars approached the northeast corner, the people on Wilbur's platform leaned forward as spectators do to get a better view. As they did, the platform overbalanced and fell forward, sending it and his 130 occupants crashing down onto a group of standing spectators. Freelance photographer J. Park Randall heard screams behind him and turned around in time to capture these photos. Two men were killed and 82 were injured, 22 seriously. Nearby spectators rendered aid, quickly joined by medical staff from the track's infield hospital, usually reserved for injured drivers. But the entire event went largely unnoticed by the majority of the people there, with some not even realizing the incident happened until they read about it days later. As such, the race started as scheduled, even while the injured were being taken away, with it eventually being won by Jim Rathman. In the immediate aftermath, scaffold platforms were banned from the infield at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. During subsequent investigations of the accident, coroner Ray Storms placed the blame on the Speedway's management, as they had ignored multiple protests against these makeshift grandstands for years, claiming that enforcing a ban would be too difficult, but the only rule is that the stand had to look good to the officials. Arguably, Wilbur's scaffold didn't even meet this standard, as while other platforms there anchored to something heavy like a vehicle or a pre-existing structure, Wilbur's was merely propped up in the bed of his pickup truck. Wilbur did not escape unscathed. He was seriously injured during the collapse and was in critical condition for some time. The Indy 500 remains a prestigious race to this day, with the last one in 2025 being won by Spanish driver Alex Palou.